My video for October 4th, 2017 is entitled Inner Transformation, Outer Results. Many spiritual teachers have been emphasizing our need for inner transformation for a long time. For a significant part of my life, I did my best to listen to my heart, as they say. Like so many others, I expected the inner work, including prayer, to bring experiential change into my life and show up in the outer world in which we all live. Often it has seemed to work in reverse. The expected changes, the goal of trying to change the world, seemed delayed at best, and often totally unexpected reversals occurred, like the theft of my home. I will not rehash that story, but to me, results are what matters. After all, what we actually experience is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. Yes, I have long been one who dreams of a better world. Sometimes I seem to sense it in some manner, yet delays in manifestation challenge my own sensibilities. This human life experience is certainly a test of patience for most, if not all of us. And I'm trying my best to look into the camera. My friend tells me that when I read my blurb, my eyes go down, and I try to move the camera in different positions, to even putting it on the adjacent computer, which is lower than the one that I'm recording on and normally record on. Anyway, I've relocated the camera and reset things, and I'm not sure how it's going to be, because when I look at my picture, my eyes go off to the right instead of looking directly at the camera. And that's really hard for me because I like to look at myself too while I'm recording. Anyway, folks, this whole game that we've been playing, and by the way, I want to also add, I went to bed a little bit earlier than I normally do last night, and I woke up and I looked at the clock and I thought it said 1 something a.m. I thought, wow, I slept longer than I thought I did. And then a little bit later, I glanced up at it again, and it was actually only a little after 10 o'clock. I don't know how I got that wrong, but in any case, I only got a little bit of sleep instead of a lot more than what I anticipated. And these crazy things, they may not happen in your world, but crazy things happen in my world. Things that I cannot explain, things that I do not understand. Like so many of us, I want to see a world that actually works for the benefit of humanity, not to our detriment. And the world that I actually experience, the world that I live in, the world that you live in, the physical world, seems to hinder the most exponential positive changes that we can tangibly taste, touch, see, hear, and experience, and in our human life, day-by-day experience. I had a friend send me a video. In fact, I've probably gotten more than one, but just recently another one, trying to say that this world's just an illusion, and we need to focus only on what we want. If we focus or acknowledge what we don't want, we simply will keep getting more of it. And I've rehashed this over and over and over again, trying to get to the root of the issue, because I measure everything ultimately by the world that I live in. This is the world that I experience. These are the challenges that I have to face. Denial, I've tried that, but it doesn't change anything. You may for a while think, wow, I'm focusing on something and I'm not paying attention to the problems, but then the problems get your attention whether you want them to or not. This is, maybe am I the only one, folks, that this happens to? Am I the only one that experiences the dichotomy between what I want to experience and what I actually experience? Or am I just going crazy? I don't think I am, but I don't know. Well, sometimes it does seem that it's insanity, that it's not working. My dreams are not coming true. They're not manifesting the way that I'd like, and it frustrates me at times. Now, I have people that challenged me on Heather Tucci-Jarraf and what she's doing. There's people that don't like what she's doing, and of course, my last 2 videos were on that subject. I think she's doing a wonderful thing. I like to see an attorney pursue spiritual goals instead of monetary goals. There are so many things, and I believe she had her house repossessed. So she's putting her life on the line, as I see it, for all of us. But some people criticize and want to condemn her because she's messing around and playing in the world's game. She's taking things into a fictional court and expecting honest results. I know, it seems insane, doesn't it? Everything in our world is insane, in case you haven't noticed. Now, we can put our heads in the sand, as so many spiritual people, to me, seem to be doing. But it doesn't bring manifest change. And I don't want to die and go to someplace else. My whole goal is to have things occur in the 3D, or if you want to call it 5D reality. But the 5D reality still has tangibility. It's still here on Earth. It's not somewhere else. It's not La La Land. And I want you, and I'm trying to get across the sense of frustration that I'm sure others have besides me. I don't believe I'm the only one. And I don't want to keep going back to what I've already done that doesn't work. I am not involved in any political things as I was in the past because they don't seem to work. But Heather is going into that arena, and I wish her well. I want her to succeed. I want her to make an impact. I want Anna von Reitz to make an impact in what she's doing. I got a little bit more clarification on her yesterday as I read her latest one. I guess it's her latest post showing the lineage of her husband, that he's one of the descendants of one of the original signers of the Declaration of Independence. So, I mean, everybody has their piece of the puzzle, and everybody has their part of the bigger role to play, but it's just a part of the role. The big role is, the big goal, I should say, is to transform this world and take it out of the hands of liars, of greedy beings that only want control for themselves and they want to enslave everyone else. These are the things that are the issues that have to be resolved in order to bring heaven to earth. Will we be able to achieve it? Will I be able to achieve it and see it in my own lifetime? Now, of course, I don't mean, when I say I don't mean I alone. I mean all of us working together that want a positive world rather than the negative world we've had to experience for so long. Anyway, folks, I'm sharing my frustration. It's the middle of the night. I've gone to bed back to bed a couple of times, and then ended up getting back up. So I figured, well, I may as well record the video and get that finished, and then maybe I'll be able to go back to sleep again. And thank you for listening, and namaste.